They will come, they will come, like the sun, like the sun. They will be, they will be everything, everything. When you put it out there and it's pure, it's pure. Can't ask for anything more, anything more. Want to do this for you wholeheartedly. They will come, they will come, like the sun, like the sun. They will be, they will be everything, everything. Can't really be enticed, although it's very nice. In my space I feel most comfortable. Choose what you like, choose your people, choose your time, choose to be vibrant, choose to feel yourself, choose to transcend, choose to be your own friend. Yeah, they will come, they will come, like the sun, like the sun. They will be, they will be everything, everything, everything. They will come, they will come, like the sun, like the sun. They will be, they will be everything, everything.
Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Channel 13. I'm your host, Goddess 13. Today is Wednesday, July 1st, 2026. I hope you guys are having a good, fresh new start of the month. Um, it is the holiday coming up if you celebrate 4th of July. I know some of you all have big plans and, gonna grill and go out to the water park or just kick it. Whatever you may do, just be safe. I thought I'd come on here and hop on here for a little bit and talk to y'all and see what's going on. But tonight our topic is going to be the great escape. As you see for my video image upload, I have a woman and, she's at work and she's got all these things on her desk. Her computer's going. She's got bills on her desk that says past due, final notice. And, it's all this chaos that sits on that desk. And yet, in spite of, she's daydreaming of being this fabulous, I guess, superstar, if you will, or, daydreaming of herself being in another dimension and, you know, I guess just the great escape. And she's got all of this stuff sitting on that desk, and yet she's daydreaming. One thing that I've come to learn as a woman, when you have a lot of things going on, the last thing you need to be doing is daydreaming, because that is not a healthy way and it's not a good coping mechanism. What you're doing is, by daydreaming, you're avoiding what's going on in present time, in reality. And by daydreaming, it doesn't solve anything. It just kind of takes you away from your problem and, kind of lets your mind go on vacation while all this other stuff is staring at you down the barrel. That's not going to save you trying to opt out of reality. That is not going to save you. And if you feel that that's where you want to be in life, you got to look at what's going on in front of you. It's not enough to want to get to the finish line when, you know, you haven't trained, you haven't lifted weights, you haven't ran, you haven't done anything. But yet and still, you want to get to the finish line. And that is not how life works at all. We all go through things that kind of gets us off our square. But as I always say, life is a journey. Stay packed. It's life. We have things that come up that we didn't plan. We have things happen that we have no control of. But yet and still, with the image that I uploaded with bills, you create those, right? They're due at a certain time each month. It takes money to pay them. And that's when accountability comes into play, because you have bills every month. I don't care whether it be a car note, rent, daycare, anything. You know you have that bill. And yet and still, you're sitting there daydreaming about being a movie star, being a superstar, going on a shopping spree. Hello, like reality is knocking on your door. And you're too busy daydreaming that you can't hear nobody knocking on the door. You have to stop looking for an escape route. Because if you don't deal with what's sitting on the table and you go out and, you know, you spend your rent money because you went and booked a trip, or you took the money that was for your lights and treated yourself to a fine dining dinner. You know, once all that stuff is over, your problems are still sitting there. The problems that you created. And just like bills or whatever, that stuff is sitting there. Like it's not, nobody's gonna wave a magic wand and boop, it just all disappears. Like that's not how life works. Like this is not Disney. You don't have a fairy godmother coming to clean up your mess with a spell and then all is well. Like, no. You got to get in, put your gear on like a game and get in the game, because nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. You must save yourself. And daydreaming is not a way to handle anything. If anything, it's a form of distraction. Because you know, in order to get to the movie star, in order to live a lavish lifestyle, you need to wake up and look and see what's in front of you. It's not going to go away on its own. Like you can't, you know, put your head in the sand like an ostrich. It's unrealistic. It's really unrealistic. And I have a hard time when people want better in their life, but they seem to not take a look around them. They don't take into account what's going on in their present life. You want to be this great individual, but yet you don't go to work every day. You call out all the time. Or you don't have a job at all. And yet you want to live the life of a wealthy person. Or your house is in such chaos. The kids running around, you know, the house is dirty, laundry piled up, the kitchen ain't been cleaned in a week. Your house is not in order. And if your house is not in order, then how do you expect anything of fruition to come about in a space that's just chaotic? You can't even make no sense out of that. You have to start with you. You have to start with your surroundings and your living dwelling. Everything is in just a disarray. But yet you over here fantasizing about being a movie star? Ma'am, did you even take a look around to see what is going on in your own personal life? You can't even get up and clean up your house. You can't even get up and have any decency and order in your household for your children. You can't even get up and go to work like you're supposed to because you're always calling out. You can't even keep your house clean. But yet, you want to daydream about being a movie star. You know, a lot of people, they have all these high expectations of themselves and how they feel or want or desire their lives to be. But yet, it's like you're not operating in the law of reciprocity. Because in the law of reciprocity, you got to give in order to receive. And nowadays, it's a lot of people who just want to make all these demands and wishing upon a star and all this other stuff, and yet they don't want to do anything to get it. They don't want to do anything in turn to get what they desire, want, or wish, or whatever it may be. And you can't do that because you're working against the law of reciprocity. You're working against the energy that's trying to bring you what you want, but you're not giving the universe or whatever it is that you believe in, you're not giving them anything in return. Like it's like an offering. You know how when back in the olden times when it was empires and monarchs and, you know, higher royalty of rulers, when people would go and visit the king, the queen, the goddess, the god, whatever, they would come with an offering. And by bringing an offering, it's showing that you are willing to do whatever that it is that you're asking the deity, the monarchy, the ruler, whoever. It's showing that you are giving something to receive something in return. And it's like if you're a Christian, if you believe in Christianity, remember when Jesus was born? And everybody, all those who came to see him in the manger, they brought a gift. Even the little drummer boy, he didn't have a gift, a physical gift, but he had his instrument and he offered his talent up to the newborn as an offering. See, the law of reciprocity goes way back into golden times. And a lot of y'all want to sit there and request whatever, like I said, that you believe in. Y'all want this so bad, but you're not willing to give an offering. You would rather sit there and wallow in your mess. You would rather sit there and feel sad for yourself. You would rather sit there and have somebody else feel sorry for you and your situation instead of getting off your butt and making something shake. I'm going to use another example. So say you want this job, okay? Say you want to be, say you working at the hospital. And right now you're in housekeeping. And you like, man, I'm tired. I'm tired of working in housekeeping. I'm tired of cleaning up this mess, and I'm tired of being on my feet all day, and I ain't making no money, and blah 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 blah. And you say, I want better for myself. I wanna do something with my life. I wanna better myself. I wanna better my finances. I wanna be able to go on trips, buy whatever I wanna buy without looking at the price. I wanna do whatever I wanna do. So you say, okay, so I think I wanna be a pharmacist. All right, cool. You wanna be a pharmacist? All right. Because they make money and the hours are good, and benefits, and I can go higher in that field. And okay. And meanwhile, somebody hit you with, well, you do know you have to go to school, right? And then you sit there and you're like, school, I ain't got time for that. I don't want to go to school. I don't feel like doing all that homework and doing all this, that, and the third. And prime example of you don't want to give something in order to get something. You're working already against the law of reciprocity. The offering is you going to school, enrolled in whatever classes you need to enroll in, so that you can build all that up to enroll in the program itself to become a licensed certified pharmacist. And yet you keep complaining when you go clock in to your housekeeping job at the hospital. Every day it's the same thing. I'm tired of this. I'm ready to quit, and I'm tired of cleaning up, and da 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 da. You already know what you need to do, but yet you don't want to do it. The law of reciprocity. You can't sit there and wish upon a star. That don't work. That only works in movies. And baby, we not in no movie. Okay? We're in this thing called reality, called life. You must be willing to do whatever it takes to get you where you desire to be. Sometimes you can't take the shortcut. Sometimes you just can't maneuver around whatever that it is, because sometimes you have to go straight through to get to the finish line. Sometimes it is like that. And I mean, I personally, like I said, I have this saying, for there's a will, there's a way, and there's a way around everything. Sometimes there is no other way but to go straight through whatever it may be to get to the other side. Sometimes there's no shortcut, y'all. Sometimes it's just not a shortcut. And you just have to bite that bullet and go through to get to the finish line. You must deal with what's on your table today. If there's chaos, indecency, no order, out of balance, not in homeostasis, you can't afford to start daydreaming and drifting off, because it will not work in your favor if you do that. Because once again, you must tap into the now. Dig through the muck and mire and the dirty and the needy and the gritty. You got to get down in it, in the trenches. Clean all of that crap up. It may take you a day. It may take you a week. It may take you 10 years. But you must start with the present before you can even get to the future. Whatever you do today shapes tomorrow and then some. So stop going into that great escape, because, baby, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. You can't afford it. You can't afford it financially. You can't afford it time-wise to be drifting off thinking about yourself in the future when you're standing around in mud. You're dirty. Your situation is a hot mess. Look around you. Your life is not in order. You're operating in chaos. And until you start looking around you and choose a starting point and start cleaning up, picking up, organizing, getting things in order, have a plan, have a path, have, your journey mapped out from start to finish. And it may not always go the way you plan, but you have to start. You must start somewhere. And once you tap in and start using that energy of determination, willpower, order, decency, cleanliness, using your mind to start strategizing to get out of the muck and mire, that's when that energy will be reciprocated to you by whatever you may believe in, and you'll start seeing differences. You'll start noticing things in your life getting better piece by piece. But using daydreaming as a tool, that is not going to help you. If anything, it's just going to make it worse. And you don't need to do that. The great escape is not going to save you. And nobody is coming to save you either. Only you can save you.